Hello, today we'd like to talk about how to respond when somebody makes negative remarks about your appearance. Okay, so the first thing I would say is if you can, try to take the high road. Meaning, if this is somebody that said something negative in passing, or somebody that you don't know very well, or somebody that's just trying to pick a fight, or it's just maybe a bad day for them or whatever, or maybe they didn't even mean it. Look at the intent. Try to just let it go because it shows you're above it. It shows you're not going to be bothered by that kind of behavior and that they are just wasting their time. Also, you may not reach the objective, which is to get them to stop. If it's just a one-time thing, I would just try to let it go if you can. If it is a recurring issue, and you need to set some boundaries, which are very important, then there are certain things you can do. One, you can acknowledge the comment but not entertain it, meaning that you can acknowledge that they've said something, but you're not going to have a conversation, or you're not going to have a conversation in which you engage with them to try to understand their perspective because you're not showing any value to their comments or perspective. So you can say something like, "Thank you for your opinion. This is my favorite look," and then change the subject. Or, "I understand you don't like it. I understand you don't like my haircut, but I really love it," and then change the subject. So you're not engaging them further. Second thing you can do is you can engage them. So you can engage them in a conversation about their comments and maybe to try to either understand where they're coming from so that you can maybe either learn from the conversation, or you can learn to understand each other, or you can learn to agree to disagree, and then move on. So this conversation doesn't keep on happening if this is a reoccurring thing. Or you can also probably get the conversation just to stop, like the comments to stop, because sometimes people just want to say negative comments without any purpose. They're not trying to give you any help or express concern, or they're just being nasty. So when you meet constructive attempt to solve a problem or to understand something better, to just a nasty comment in itself just for the sake of being nasty or for the sake of bringing somebody down, usually that just stops the conversation because that person's not really that interested in doing anything constructive or to engage with you further. They just want to be unpleasant. So hopefully that will just stop that in its tracks. Okay, so what you can do is you can say, I really like the way that I dress. I really like my hair like this, but I'm understanding from you that you don't. And I would just like to talk to you about, understand better why you don't like it. Or I would just like to understand where these comments are coming from, because I've heard them a couple of times now and I'm just a little perplexed as to where they're coming from. And I think it's just better we try to understand each other and then have the conversation. And then either you can agree to disagree, you can learn something, they can learn something, and you can move forward, or you can just stop those negative comments in the track. Either way, you're being constructive about it and handling it in a healthy and effective communication way. One bonus tip here is if somebody's being nasty to you and saying something nasty about the way you look, or the way that your hair is or whatever, please do not return that with a nasty comment back or a comment on the way that they look. You're going down to their level at that point, and you know that you don't need to do that. You're above that. So I would say, please just don't do that. That's my biggest takeaway from this. Do not do that. I hope this is helpful the next time you're confronted with somebody who makes a nasty comment about your appearance and you don't know what to say.